Just to the west of the mighty Mississippi, we're at the home of the Cardinals, Busch Stadium in St. Louis. Today, it's the second of this three-game series between the Pittsburgh Pirates and the St. Louis Cardinals. Major League Baseball on the show starts now. Adam Wainwright is on the mound for the Cardinals. What do you have for us on him, EK?
Well, guys, good thing for him that he's pitching at home. ERA has been great when he's toiling in his own ballpark.
John Jaso makes his way to the plate, and we are ready for some daytime baseball.
Afternoon for Pittsburgh, first baseman, number 28.
And the first pitch of the afternoon is taken for ball one, and we're underway in St. Louis. Eric Karros, we take a look at this Cardinal ball club as they enter play this afternoon. They come in trying to bounce back from a loss last time out, but they've been in good form lately, 5-2 over their last.
Yeah, and the pitching really let them down last time. Too often their guys were falling behind and having to throw fastballs on 2-0 or 3-1. That'll catch up with you after a while.
Oh, that grounder got him. The underhanded flip, and the recovery won't be in time as he'll beat the throw to first. And time now to see quite where that got him. And it appeared from up here at least, and his actions on the field confirm it. It looked like it got him on his drive leg, which could be problematic, of course, for him. But from the way he's trying to walk it off, I think he's going to try to continue. Andrew McCutchen will get his first shot here, and you can see he's got that average up near the .330 mark to begin playing.
His ball club in hitting, so he's a guy that they really look to offensively.
Here's a look over to first, but the runner's back easily. They set the target in, and this finds the inside corner for strike one. One of the things that makes him so tough to hit, the ability to put his pitches right on the black.
Yeah, I mean, you watch the catcher's glove on some of these, and it literally does not move. That's how good his stuff is.
Throws him on the bender there, and he's in the hole 0-2.
Now you got to beware of that sinker. I mean, he'd take a strikeout right now, but I think he still just wants this guy to hit the ball on the ground.
Nobody out, runner on first. And he reaches for one out of the zone and misses rather badly for the first out. And here's Clint Hurdle's starting lineup for the Pirates in this one. EK, any thoughts?
You know, they really need Starling Marte to get on a roll. He's been atrocious when it matters most. Hitting under 200 with runners in scoring position. If he wants to help this team win ball games, he's got to become a better run producer than he's been so far this season.
Wainwright comes set. Here's the first pitch. And this ball is crushed deep down the right field line. Just foul. And a half swing here, but this is in there for a called strike two. Now time to list the umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Jerry Hillsdale.
Well, Matt, Hillsdale gets pretty favorable reviews from all parties. I think some pitchers wish he'd give a little more on the corners, but he's usually right more often than they are.
Now a 58-foot curveball that misses for a ball.
Yeah, that's the put-away curveball. A great pitch with 2 strikes. You start it in the zone and then let it work out and see if he'll chase.
Hot shot to third. Jerko has it. One there. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. Around the horn they go. 5-4-3 to end the threat. More of the show. Saturday baseball after this. Ivan Nova will be on the bump for Game 2 of the series. EK, what do you got?
Well, Matty, in his last outing, he got hit around pretty well. Gave up 6 earned runs. Gonna have to miss some bats in this one.
Well, there you see Dexter Fowler as he'll be the one to commence the action in the bottom half of the first.
Center fielder, Dexter Fowler.
And that misses inside 1-0. Eric, we take a look at the Pirates as they take the field here this afternoon. They come in looking to make it 2 in a row as they were winners last time out.
And they got both the series and the road trip off to a good start with the win yesterday, so they'll be aiming to keep it going here.
A high strike there, and it's 1-1. You have to figure that sinker's going to be an important pitch for him here this afternoon.
No question about it. Obviously, it's his ground ball pitch, so if you're a hitter, you're going to need to make him bring that pitch up a bit.
Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. One and two, here it comes. Chop foul over towards the coaching box. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And a good take there. Close, but it's 2-2.
Ooh, there's a tough one to take right there on a 1-2 pitch, especially after fighting off so many pitches leading up to that one.
Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Hard liner to center field. And that's a base hit, so the leadoff man's aboard to start off the home half of the first.
Well, that curveball is going to be an important pitch for him to locate going forward. This one's not terrible, but it is over the plate, and it gets turned into a leadoff single.
And prior to the first pitch, he'll look to first. And he just manages to get his hand in.
Got a pretty good lead right there.
Here's Matt Carpenter. And here's a sinker that had a little bit too much dart to it there as it just about came in and nailed him. You see the average starting play at .318. 5 homers and 16 RBIs. Ready with the 1-0. On the move now is Fowler. Sent on the ground out to second. And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out. Now a moment here in St. Louis to look at the Cardinals starting lineup. Steve, what are they going to have to do to force a rubber match in this series?
Well, they need to get guys on base, so you need patience at the top of the lineup and then aggressiveness out of the middle of the order once you've got some guys to drive in.
Number 36 will come forward now, back in the lineup after being used as a pinch hitter last night. Sinker to open the AB in there for strike 1.
Well, this is the kind of situation where they came up short last night. They had opportunities, but they could never really cash them in, so you can bet they'd love to get something going on the board early here.
And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now. swing and a miss. Got him with the slurve there. 2 gone. And with that, let's give you a look at how the Pirates align defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric?
Well, guys, this manager loves to do the defensive shifts. So we're going to see a lot of odd formations as the game goes along. I can't wait to see how it works.
Matt Adams will get his first opportunity here, and that average is certainly not where he wants it, down in the 220s to begin the ball game. Infield shifts now. They'll overload to the right with the shortstop on the other side of the second base bag. Here comes the first pitch. And a wild pitch here as this one's to the backstop. And he's going to make it up to third here as he advances on the wild pitch.
With 2 outs already, this isn't the end of the world from a defensive perspective, but now at least you bring in the possibility of an infield single or a booted grounder or even another wild pitch, bringing that run home.
And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike. Two outs here with a runner at third. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Could have been 3-1. Instead, it's 2-2.
Doing a good job right there of tying him up inside. Got in on his hands that time before he could get that barrel through the zone.
Chopped weakly to the left. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. 1 left for the Cardinals. After 1, no score. Starling Marte steps in, and he's really been feeling it at the plate the last week or so. Definitely a guy to keep your eye on right now. First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0. Ooh, he saws him off with that one. Foul.
Well, chalk another one up for that pitcher. He's used to breaking bats, and he'll give you a little stare down after doing something like that every once in a while.
Wainwright into the windup. 1-1 on its way. He ties him up with a fastball inside. 1-2. And he'll lay off dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2. And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2.
Well, he's worked the count full now. That's a nice job of laying off on that one, although it kind of looked like an easy one to take.
Him swinging for the first out. With a moment now, let's take a look at the defensive lineup for the Redbirds. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, Matty, we're going to talk about Yadier Molina defensively. We can just get to the gold gloves. Just a multitude of those. He's so soft behind the plate. He gets his pitchers a lot of pitches. He shuts down a running game. Very cerebral as well as far as setting up hitters. I don't know if the game has seen a better defensive catcher.
Swinging a hard hit ball down the line in right. And that gets down and ought to be good for extra bases. Polanco around first, heading for second now. And he'll cruise into the bag at second with a one-out double.
Yeah, and this is just a cut fastball that he's trying to go backdoor with, but he didn't do what he wanted to do with the pitch. It's right out over the heart of the plate, and that's almost like batting practice to a major league hitter. He's not going to miss that one too often. And sure enough, he drills this one for 2 bases.
Spin and a throw back to second, back in standing. Josh Harrison stands in. Pitches a cold strike. The throw. The tag's there, and he's out trying to steal third. Great throw.
Well, he's got his mind set on taking third here. This is a slightly tougher play for a catcher with a righty at the plate because he doesn't have a clear view of the play developing in front of him. But it doesn't matter much here as he throws a perfect strike to third.
No score here as we play inning number 2. Ball 1. Had nibbled the corner there, but missed. 2-1. That's going to even up the count at 2-2. All even at 2-2. Here it is. And good patience to hold back on the curveball in the dirt. It's full now. 3-2.
He just about went around. He was lucky to put on the brakes when he did.
2 out, nobody on. Hit down the third base line. Played on the backhand. Throw to first in plenty of time, and his side is retired. Bucks go down quietly. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Jed Jerko will dig in, and this season certainly hasn't been all that kind to him as he enters play with the average down in the 230s.
And you know, he's coming into this one licking his wounds a little bit. His average on the season is still good, but he's really scuffled over the last month or so.
Now the outfield signal to play shallow. We'll see if that works out. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Curveball, and that misses in the dirt for ball 1. And a strike to even the count. 1-1.
You know, a lot of times with a sinker baller out there, you're just conditioned to always look for something down. So he can surprise you with that high fastball, maybe four-seam it every once in a while, and when he does, you can forget it.
That's smoked, but right into the shift. Throw to first is in time for the first out.
Batting sixth, right fielder, Stephen Piscotty.
Stephen Piscotty will take his first cuts now, and as you can see, he enters play with that average up over the 320 mark.
And I think it's just a little too early to get overly excited about this guy, but we all know he's very capable of keeping this up over the course of the season.
And here's a fastball called for strike 1.
Well, that one's at 94, so the velocity's good right now.
That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. Bottom of the second here with no score. And signals crossed that time, so he'll step off and try again. And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Hard sinker misses. 2-2. Had him fooled as he swings through the curveball. 2 down.
A pretty good break to the curveball as we check it out on swing track. It's moving quite a bit, and you can see there an 11-inch break. That's an awfully tough pitch to hit.
Here's Randall Grichuk. As he swings and hits this one foul off to the right and out of play. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And that is in there for a 2-out base knock.
Batting 8th, catcher, Yadier Molina.
Yadier Molina will stride in now as he'll enter play as the second leading hitter in the entire National League.
Yeah, and he just completed a great month at the plate where he hit over 350.
And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike. 0-1. There you see the league leaders in hitting we touched on a moment ago. Sinker. 1 ball, 1 strike. And here's a pitch swung on and missed. 1-2 now. And a breaking ball in the dirt that time for a ball.
Yeah, and on 1-2, when you know the guy at the plate needs to protect, that's a great spot for that curveball. A lot of guys, they would have gone fishing for that.
Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Throw over to first. Runner back standing.
Just keeping an eye on him.
2-2 count. Here it comes. And here's a ball hit in the air. Polanco on the run. And that ends the inning. Cards leave 1. We'll move to the 3rd with no score. Aerial view there of St. Louis from high above the Mississippi River as we welcome you back to baseball on the show. Jordy Mercer will get his first opportunity here. Took an 0 for 4 in the victory last night.
Well, that was a rough one yesterday, but he's still hitting over 300 in his last 10 games.
Wainwright's ready. First pitch on the way. To third. Oh, and it sailed right over his head at first. And he's going to make it up to second base safely as he's in there. My word.
Pretty dangerous here for a first baseman. This throws high, and it's to the home plate side of the bag. So when he leaves his feet,
He's really exposing himself to that runner coming down the line. The overthrow, that was bad enough, but a collision there would have really been bad news.
Standing in now, Chris Stewart, as the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball one. The batting average down in the low 210s. No home runs as of yet, and with just the lone RBI. Here it comes, 1-0. Sneaks a fastball by him at the letters. It's 1-1. No one out with a runner at second. Gets him to swing at a pitch down and out of the zone. 1-2.
Boy, when he's got that thing going good, it just takes a nosedive right at the end.
Here's the 1-2 delivery. And a big cut at the breaking ball, but he comes up empty, and that's the first out.
Well, in that situation, you'd love to be able to get that guy up to third base with just one out. But this is a swing and miss type of pitcher on the mound, so you knew he'd be going for the strikeout, and he winds up getting it.
Ivan Nova stands in as the batter now, and with the runner already in scoring position and one away, he likely won't be bunting here.
Yeah, there's not too much reason to give up an out just to move him over to third. No outs would be a whole different story, obviously.
Third inning, no score to this point. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike two. Oh, a tough pitch to lay off that time, but he got away with it. 1-2.
And even on 1-2 now, you've got to expand the strike zone a little up there. You can't go down looking here. You've got to put this ball in play.
Now a spin and a throw back to second, and he's back easily. And that's high for a ball. It's 2-2.
And the hope was that he would have chased one of those pitches, but now on 2-2, I don't think you fool around anymore.
Runner at second here with one man out. And he looks at a sinker for a called third strike, and now there are two gone.
Boy, at the very least, if you're going to go down swinging. That's a tough way to make a second out when you've got a runner in scoring position.
Here's John Jaso now, as he'll take a look at ball one. Runner in scoring position at second with two down. Check swing, no swing, says the home plate umpire. Ball two.
Hey, it's danger any way you look at it right here. You've got a base open, but you've got an even better hitter waiting on deck. So I don't think I'd be working around this guy. I'd be forced to go right after him.
Outside, 3-0 now.
That's just another cut fastball, trying to work that thing back to the outside corner. But he's not getting that call right now, nor is he getting guys to chase it.
And a good comeback there. It's 3-1.
Still a base open here, so you don't have to come in with one if you don't want to.
Ready on 3-1. Here's the pitch. Hit hard to the right side. Carpenter has it. Throw on to first, and that error won't come back to haunt him after all as the inning is over. A golden opportunity to get on the board here goes for naught. More from the show. Saturday Baseball following this message and a word from our local stations. Adam Wainwright digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
St. Louis.
And a step off. Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes. Hit sharply on the ground. And that is through into right, and not what you want to do on the mound as he allows the opposing pitcher to reach to lead off the inning.
Boy, and just when you think you're all set up with the pitcher leading off an inning, this happens. Just goes to show you, you take anyone for granted up there, they can come back and hurt you.
Dexter Fowler will stand in. He singled to lead off the home first.
Yeah, it was a nice at-bat, good way to start off the game. Probably hopes to carry it through the rest of the at-bats.
And this is taken outside for ball 1. In for a strike. It's 1-1.
And against a guy like this, you're usually only going to get 1 pitch to hit in an at-bat. Sometimes you might not even get that, so that's one he may want back.
A runner at first with no outs here. Sinker misses that time, and it's 2-1.
Well, if he's missing right here, he ain't missing. Getting too many favors behind the plate.
He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
And he's got a little bit of work to do now to avoid that first walk.
And he misses there for ball 4. So runners are at first and second now with nobody out.
Yep, a single and then a walk to start the inning. This is exactly how big innings get started. So they're set up now to maybe put up a crooked number here.
Coming to the plate now, Matt Carpenter. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here.
Oh, and it's so important to take advantage of these kind of opportunities early in a ball game. It can change the entire complexion of the game if you can put the other guys on their heels right away.
He's set, and the pitch. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Hard hit at third. Throw won't be in time as he reaches it first.
Well, this falls under the heading, getting it done any way you can. And that'll go as an infield signal. So now the bases are loaded, nobody out.
Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. And now it appears the outfield will shift and assume a more straight-up alignment. First pitch coming. Here it is. Number 36 is next as he finds himself behind 0-1.
You cannot let this situation get any worse. You got to be thinking strikeout or ground ball. Even if you allow 1 run to score in this inning, that would be a major victory.
0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Good curveball. Strike 2.
Now with 2 strikes, he can put the ground ball on the back burner and really go after the strikeout here.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Tight spot. Bases loaded. Nobody out. Takes this the other way to right. Polanco is there. Let's see if they try it. And he's just going to try to draw an airmailed throw as he heads back to third now with one away in the inning.
Wow, now that's just a tough break right there. If this gets down, it's 1 run, maybe even 2. But it was hit just a little bit too hard there, and it's sent back into the infield very quickly, forcing all 3 runners to hold right where they were.
Here's Matt Adams now. As the first pitch sinker misses to him, it's ball 1. Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. Swinging a soft liner. And he is in there. The run comes across to score, and they jump ahead 1-0.
And this is one of those plays that just takes too long to develop. You can see him trying to at least get the force at second base, but that's great hustle. He's not taking anything for granted out there, and he beats the throw to second, so now they don't get anybody on the play.
Here's Jed Jerko now. As he takes a cold strike at the knees, it's 0-1. And he falls behind 0-2. The 0-2 delivery. Drilled down the line. And he tries to get to the backhand, but it gets on by. 1 run scores. And the run is in to score from second. It's a 3-0 game.
Now batting, right fielder
Stephen Piscotty will step in now with 3 home in the inning and another 2 men out there on base.
This inning's really starting to unravel quickly from a defensive point of view. This is where you need a nice pop-up in a big way.
Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And Jaso able to squeeze it, and that becomes out number 2.
You certainly love a 1-pitch pop-out in that spot. Yeah, that's like a get-out-of-jail-free card.
fielder, Randall Grichuk.
Randall Grichuk stands in with 2 on and 2 out here in the third.
And you know, some guys just get better with runners in scoring position and 2 outs. This is a big at-bat for him right here, even though it's still early.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1.
That's not really a bad take that time. You've got a guy out there on the mound that's had his hands full already, so you've got to make him prove that he can find the zone.
Hard liner toward short. But this won't get by the shortstop as he's there to take it in for the 3rd out. So 3 runs on 4 hits here. No errors and a couple of men left. 3 innings complete. It's the Cardinals 3 and the Pirates 0. Leading off the inning, Andrew McCutchen. And they'll need him to get something going here.
Well, they still aren't even on the board yet, so this leadoff guy needs to get on so they can manufacture a run.
Up and away to start the inning. It's 1-0. And a breaking ball falls in there for a strike. It's 1-1. Hard hit to first. Adams has got it, and he'll take this to the bag. 3 unassisted for the first out.
And as we showed you in the open, he's out there putting his perfect record on the line. And so far, these guys haven't shown many signs that they're ready to put a 1 in that loss column.
So 1 gone in the inning, and that'll bring in the third baseman, David Freese. Wainwright looks in. Here comes the first pitch. Swing and a liner. Foul. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors so far for the Pirates. Line drive to center field, and he'll lay out to make a spectacular catch. Wow.
You know, it's always a danger as an outfielder when you try to make a play like this. You worry about that wrist because sometimes you can get it tucked under when you hit the ground, and you can twist it up pretty good or maybe even break it. But here, not only does he come away unhurt, but he also comes away with the baseball.
Here's Starling Marte, as he'll take a look at a curveball that drops in there on the outer half. It's strike 1.
Well, this guy has thrown a first pitch strike to about 50% of the batters he's faced. He's pitching well, but those numbers could be pumped up a little bit.
A windup and the 0-1. Swing and a liner, but that's a foul ball. 2 out, nobody on. Can't quite get around in time to keep it fair, and it remains 0-2. The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. A scoreless half inning there from Adam Wainwright as he holds on to a 3-0 lead. Back alongside Eric Harris and Steve Lyons, Matt Vasgersian, as it'll be Yadier Molina to start things out for the Cardinals here in their half of the inning. Sinker runs outside to start the at-bat. 1-0. Mm, 2-0.
This is a guy whose numbers are on the rise, and this is a big reason why. 2 close pitches, 2 good takes, and now he's in a great hitter's count, 2-0.
And little doubt about that one. That's in there, and it's 2-1.
And at the plate, if you've got an umpire helping you out, no reason to go after a borderline pitch on 2-0.
Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Oh, he wanted that one, but it misses for ball 3.
Now, you can bet they'd love a ball 4 here. Now, that would let this guy have a shot to bunt him over.
And that misses for ball 4. It's a leadoff walk that starts the bottom of the 4th.
And for as hot as this guy's been recently, this is a no-brainer. Take the bat out of his hands any chance you get.
The pitcher, Adam Wainwright, steps up to the plate in a sacrifice situation, so let's see if that is indeed on right here.
Textbook sack situation here, guys.
And now Wainwright squares around and gets the bunt down. And you can't ask for much more out of a pitcher than that. The sacrifice works to perfection.
And with your pitcher at the plate, you always like it when he can get that bunt down on the very first pitch. Not only do you let him get back to the dugout and rest up just a little bit, but you also keep that momentum going. And that's a nice job right there.
Here's Dexter Fowler now. As he'll wait out a breaking pitch here that finds the zone for strike one.
Oh, he's got a legitimate gripe right there. I don't know about that one.
Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Now a pickoff play at second, and the runner will get back standing. Sinker misses, and it's 1-2 now.
Not a real good 0-2 there. You don't necessarily want it in the zone, but you do want to at least give him something to think about.
And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2.
And when he's down 0-2, he's smart enough to know guys are going to try and get him to chase. So now at 2-2, he's got himself back to a spot where he doesn't have to go after a pitcher's pitch.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. Still 2-2. Hit to first. Jasso gloves it. And he'll take this one to the bag for the out. But meanwhile, the runner will move up 90 feet to third base.
These days in this game, we talk so much about situational hitting. Hit behind the runners. Move guys up. But with one out, you got to try to drive that guy in. That was a really unproductive out, even though the guy moves to third.
Matt Carpenter steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far. Swing and a miss on the slurve. Strike one.
And you know, this is a guy that loves the ball down and in. It's one of the locations he really covers well, so they're going to want to mix their spots here.
Well, no surprise from this manager. Infield overloads the right side as they'll try to force the hitter to avoid the shift. Comes set with the 0-1. And boy, they're really giving him fits inside now as he can't get extended there, and it's 0-2 now.
Got in his kitchen big time right there.
Has to be thinking strikeout here. And he missed with it. It's 1-2. Ready to deliver the 1-2. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Ready on 1-2. Late making contact on that swing, and will do it again on 1-2. Men on third with two down. And here's a curveball that just about got away as it misses inside for a ball. Look out. Don't want to hit him there. It's full 3-2.
Well, clearly no intent with two strikes, but you got to make sure that pitch doesn't get away from him.
Froze him for strike three, and that retires the side. One left for the Cardinals. They lead it 3-0. Leading off the inning, Gregory Polanco, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
You know, guys, I love a guy like this leading off an inning for you. He hit contact, and he can run.
Wainwright gets the sign. Here's the first pitch. Back on the hill is Wainwright now as he jumps ahead of the leadoff man, 0-1.
Well, you get the sense that what they need is one big hit from anybody in the lineup. If they could get one, it could get them right back in this game because right now they just seem out of it.
Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Hard hit ball to second. And the fifth inning will start with a ground out, one away. So another exceptional effort for him on the mound. He's got the shutout working here, as we'll show you the league ERA leaders.
Well, guys, he's one of the best in the league in that department right now. It seems like every time he gets the ball, he's going to give his guys a chance to win the game. And he's putting together another great outing in this one.
First pitch of the at-bat. Josh Harrison comes on with one away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0.
Well, one thing we've seen from this guy on the mound so far, when he makes bad pitches, they typically miss out of the strike zone. They don't miss in the zone where they can be crushed.
Softly hit here to the left side. And a base hit into left field, so they've got themselves a one-out base runner.
And you know, that's what they needed. It's just a one-out single, nothing too amazing. But now at least you get that guy into the stretch and maybe give your guys a little hope up there.
Jordy Mercer, the hitter now. 0 for 1 on the day after reaching on an error his first time up.
Yeah, still looking for his first hit of the game, so let's see if he can come through with that one right here.
And he may have thought something was on here as he stepped off to look back to first. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Chopped foul over towards the dugout. Oh and 1. Here it comes. And this is right past Molina and back to the screen. And forget about this. He'll move up to second here on the wild pitch.
Well, I don't know what's more surprising here, guys. The fact that that pitch was so far away from the strike zone, or the fact that the batter still tried to hit it. Nevertheless, it's going to go down as a wild pitch.
No runs, 3 hits, and no errors so far for the Pirates. Dribbled to the right side. Molina scoops it up. Throw on to first. 2 gone.
Now batting, catcher, Chris Stewart.
Stepping up to the plate, Chris Stewart. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball 1. And now you've got a base open here with the pitcher on deck. Is this a workaround situation?
I think absolutely. With 2 outs here, no sense in giving this guy anything to hit if you can pitch to the pitcher instead.
This one's a strike. It's 1-1. 2 outs here with a runner at third. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Moving under it, Grichuk, and that retires the side. Pirates leave 1. They trail in this one 3-0. Number 36 will stride to the plate. He's 0 for 2 thus far.
The shortstop, number 36.
shot to third. And, boy, just get out of the way of that one. He'll be on base to start the inning.
Yeah, a hot shot that time and a tough read down there at third base. He just couldn't get the leather on it.
Matt Adams steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far. Starts him out with a sinker that's inside, 1-0. Here comes the 1-0. Outside with the cut fastball there, and it's a 2-ball count.
And you can tell he's starting to get a little jumpy out there. He's got to take his time and really focus in on the glove.
Over the outside half, and it's 2-1.
Yeah, your instincts tell you that it's going to be outside, but he has such great movement that it comes back to catch a corner.
Runner goes for second. Pitch swung on and missed. The throw is there, and he's out trying to take second.
Well, that's kind of what makes the hit-and-run play such a gamble. You can see right here on show track, this ball's not even in the strike zone. So once the guy at the plate can't make contact, that runner is hung out to dry.
This is pulled into right, but this will not get out there deep enough as it's run down by the right fielder in the alley for the second out.
The minute he hits that, he's thinking it's a base hit all the way, but it's one of those situations where you get penalized for hitting the ball too hard. And this stayed up long enough to find the outfielder's glove out there.
Here's Jed Jerko now. To short, hit hard. And a backhanded try into the hole that's short, but this gets on by.
Well, he'd had some high-stress innings here so far. It was looking like he turned a corner and was on his way to a much-needed 1-2-3, but he's going to have to get in the stretch here after all.
He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Stephen Piscotty stands in for the third time now as he takes a look at a ball. It's 1-0. Now a fastball for a called strike. It's 1-1.
And it looks like he's rebounded pretty well from that rough inning a couple innings back. He put up a 0 last time, and he's close to doing it again.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a liner. And that'll slice just foul at the last moment. Outside and low that time. Now it's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
And now with that pitch count getting up there just a little bit, you can see that some of these pitches are missing just a little farther away than they were earlier.
Trying to strike him out for the second time. Hit out towards second. Harrison's got it. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Cards leave 1, but they lead it 3-0. Francisco Cervelli will grab a bat and lead things off here in the top of the 6th.
29, Francisco Cervelli.
And that one's in on the hands to start the inning. It's ball one. That's wide, 2-0. Late swing on the hitter's count. Still a good count for him now, however, at 2-1. Two balls and a strike. Here it comes. And he goes against the shift there as this is on the ground to the left side.
And when you're coming off the bench, the rule is get on base any way you can. And the last time I checked, an infield single meets those requirements. It's not pretty, but he'll take it.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. That's yanked into the stands. Strike one. Here's the 0-1. Shot toward right center, and that'll get down for a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are two aboard now.
Oh, just a great swing right there. This is a cut fastball, which it'll work back toward a left-handed hitter. He just squares this ball up and rips it into right field.
Andrew McCutchen will step in now as his guys look for a breakthrough here with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, and it's been a long time coming. They haven't done anything with their opportunities so far. Maybe this will be the time that they finally crack the scoreboard.
First offering on its way. Curveball looked at here for strike one. So now, after very few problems the first few innings, he's got himself into quite a pickle here.
And it's no surprise, it's the top of this lineup that's giving him fits.
Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2. Pretty clear the plan is to keep everything away.
And that's smart for most guys, but you've got to know your scouting report because this is a guy that can cover the outside part of the plate.
That one misses, and I think a ballpark full of umpires disagrees. It's 2-2. Where do you go from here?
I think he's set up for something off speed. If you can put that changeup below his knees, he won't come within a foot of it.
And he got him.
And after that pitch was called a ball on the pitch before, I mean, I think this actually qualifies as strike four. You know, on the mound, he's probably thinking, hey, can I apply the credit to the next guy?
Here's David Freese to stand in. Shot toward second, and that's in there. Base hit. Fowler will get it in quickly, and that holds the runner at third base.
And you know the hitting coach right now is sitting in that dugout pumping his fist because that's what he's preaching all day, every day. Hit the ball up the middle, hit it hard.
Starling Marte will stand in now in one of the bigger at-bats of the ballgame to this point, as he'll do so with the bases loaded.
And that key hit, it still hasn't shown up yet. And like you say, you've got the bases loaded. You just wonder how many more of these opportunities are you going to get?
Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. Grounded to first. Glove by Adams. They get the force at the plate. On to first, it's a double play. As their woes continue, the inning is over. Just what the doctor ordered. He gets the double play to get him out of the inning. More of the show, Saturday Baseball, after this. Daniel Hudson will come on now as he'll start out the bottom of the sixth.
Number 41, Daniel Hudson.
Randall Grichuk will lead things off in the inning for St. Louis, and he'll be followed by Yadier Molina, who waits on deck.
Randall Grichuk.
Called a strike on the outer half, 0-1. Look out, a fastball up near his dome, and that'll wake you up a bit.
He will definitely give you something to think about up there. There are no comfortable at-bats against this guy.
Grounded to short. Mercer has it. Throws in time, and that's out number one.
Well, he really bunched him up on that two-seam fastball right there. That's not a very confident swing either, and the result, just an easy ground ball.
Here's the catcher, Yadier Molina, as he swings and hits a line drive out to left. Dives, and he hangs on for the out. Wow.
Ooh, nice play. Just a fantastic catch out there by the outfielder. And the one guy that's more excited about it than the guy who caught the ball is the pitcher. He knows that that one could have been extra bases.
Into the box, Adam Wainwright. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. He's ready. Here's the 1-0. Fastball misses away here. It's 2-0.
Well, you know, sometimes it's that natural tendency to let up just a little bit when you're facing the opposing pitcher. You know he's not going to do much damage, but you got to get refocused here because you do not want to go 3-0 to him.
3-0 now.
Of all the people to lose the strike zone against in this lineup, he's got to be out there thinking, how is this happening against the pitcher?
Now it looks like a right-hander's up and throwing in the Pittsburgh bullpen. And this misses as well. Ball four. And he's walked the opposing pitcher on 4 pitches.
Yeah, a 4-pitch walk to the pitcher. That won't make that guy very happy. Just lay it in there. He's probably taken anyway.
Dexter Fowler will dig in now, hoping to perhaps make him pay for the 2-out walk.
Yeah, nothing going on earlier in this inning, but a chance to make some noise right here. Those kind of walks often seem to come back and bite guys somehow.
First pitch on its way. Lined hard toward right center. And that's in there. Base hit.
Boy, that hit right there is just a thing of beauty. You talk about smoking one right back at the box. There isn't too many guys in the middle of that field that can catch a ball like that.
Here's Matt Carpenter. Squared that one up just a little late. 2 down, runners at first and second. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. Again, he sends it out of play. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Ground ball right into the shift. Mercer is there on to first, and the Redbird rally goes for naught as that ends the inning. Cards strand a couple, but they're on top by a count of 3-0. Welcome back to Busch Stadium here in St. Louis. 7th inning upon us with the Cardinals out on top, and it's time to check out the game summary to see how we got here. Gregory Polanco is set to get us started for the late innings of this one.
Well, it's a close ball game, but it's starting to get late, so they need to get at least one back here in this inning.
Cut fastball inside, ball 1. Line to the right side, and that's through into right, so a leadoff single here to start the 7th.
Back into the stretch for him again as we take a look at his line so far. It's almost like he's kept that shutout going with smoke and mirrors because he's definitely given up his share of base runners. They just haven't amounted to anything so far.
Josh Harrison will dig in, 1 for 2. He grounded out the first time and followed that with a base hit in his second plate appearance. Cardinals get the bullpen started here as a right-hander's up and warming. Slapped hard the opposite way. In there, a base hit.
Yeah, back-to-back singles here to start the inning, and that probably warrants a look at his line to this point. The numbers haven't been too bad all told, but he's got a situation unfolding right here that could cause those numbers to change in a hurry.
Jordy Mercer will dig in now, and he'll do so representing the tying run.
Yeah, and you're not too worried about this guy jumping the yard on you here and tying the ball game. But if he does find a way to get on base, things get a whole lot more interesting.
Now time is called, and this might be to buy a little time for that reliever to get loose. Went about halfway there, but it's a called strike regardless. Bullpen working behind him, but you know this guy does not want to give up the baseball.
And he never does. I just don't think that's in his mentality.
Right over the top with that curveball, and it's 0-2.
Now, he's probably lucky he didn't make contact on that one.
Line toward the alley in left center. But this will be pulled in out there in left center. Well hit, but a rough out, number 1.
Well, I thought the shutout was going to be over once I saw this ball hit. But the ball does wind up being pretty much right at him, and he's able to get a glove on it and keep him out of the run column.
Jung-Ho Kang will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Number 27, Jung-Ho Kang.
Ball 1. Wainwright still putting up a 0 in the run column through 6 1/3. That evens it up 1-1. And pretty nonchalant that time by Molina as that pitch gets away. And he's going to make it up to third here as he advances on the wild pitch.
Yeah, and that's always the danger when you're working that off-speed stuff down with 2 men on base. Once the catcher can't get a handle on it, both guys are off and moving. They're going to move up to second and third now on what will be scored a wild pitch.
Called strike 2 as he locks him up there.
And this is a strikeout pitcher on the mound, so you know he's going after a K right here.
Runners are at second and third with 1 down. Lined into left center. Leaps high as he makes the catch. Well done.
Boy, a nice job right there to time that leap perfectly and bring it down. If he doesn't, that's at least 1 run, maybe 2. So that's an ERA saver right there, and the pitcher should take this guy out to dinner.
So a crucial moment here, and standing in, Francisco Cervelli. But a single here could reduce the deficit to only 1.
Yeah, you know, sometimes guys get caught up in thinking about being the big hero. The key here, though, is just keep it simple. See the ball, hit the ball. Usually the best results come with that mindset.
Down and away, 1 ball and no strikes.
Just did manage to catch that one with the last 2 inches of his glove. That could have been trouble.
Throw on to first is in time, and that snuffs out the Bucco rally as the inning is over. Add another 0 as it's up to 7 shutout innings so far. On to the bottom of the 7th. Get up and stretch here in St. Louis. It's the Cardinals 3 and the Pirates nothing. Archimedes Caminero will get the ball now as he'll take over on the mound to start the home 7th.
Archimedes Caminero.
Number 36 stands in. And he lays off there 1-0. That one will get out of play, and the count evens up at 1-1. Soft liner towards short. And the throw to first is in time, 1 gone.
The first baseman, number 32, Matt Adams.
Matt Adams gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2. One out, nobody on. Fastball, strike three called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are two away.
This bullpen's picking right up where their starter left off. This has been a real team effort on the mound so far.
Jed Jerko steps in, got a base hit in his last at-bat. From the stretch. Now this is up and in, and I don't think he likes that location much. It's ball one.
I doubt he wanted to get in quite so tight with the hard stuff there, but hey, this is a guy with good opposite field power, so you don't want to just give him free rein to lean out over the plate.
1-0 pitch on the way. Can't get around quick enough, and that'll move the count to 1-1. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. And this is taken for a cold strike, and he's not in love with that call either. It's 1-2 now. The 1-2 pitch. And they come inside with the fastball, but it misses here, and it's back to 2-2.
Well, this is a spot where it helps to have a two-seam fastball like that so you can work in on the right-handed hitters.
A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Swung on in the dirt for the third strike. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. Down in order go the Cardinals. They lead it 3-0. Trevor Rosenthal will come on awfully early here as they'll ask him to pitch 2 full innings to save this one.
Rosenthal.
Leading off the inning, John Jaso, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Well, you know, he's been on base twice in this one already, so let's see if he can do it again.
And he takes a cold strike, 0-1.
Just no chance to pull the trigger on that one. It just got on him too fast.
Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2. Very difficult to get on top of a pitch when it's coming in that high.
Darn near impossible when it's coming at you in the high 90s. You just can't get your hands up there fast enough to stay on top.
Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning. Couple of good pitching performances by both clubs here. 3-0 our score as you get a look there at the inning-by-inning recap through the first 7 and change. Andrew McCutchen Stands into the box. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. Hit hard on the ground to second, and that gets through, so he'll have his first base hit, make him 1 for 4 in the game now. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
Well, I think this was a little bit of a gamble from my perspective. I had a feeling that he'd take a big turn around first and then hold on, but he was having none of that. He's smelling 2 all the way, and he's going to make it there with a hustle double.
Here's David Freese to stand in as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1. Well, you see there on the graphic, that gives him 5 doubles now on the year. Both teams have 9 hits on the scoreboard. Tries to go the other way as this is hit in the air down the right field line. And that's taken in near the line as the runner tags from second. And he's up to third safely now with 2 gone in the inning.
Yeah, this is a nice catch here, moving toward that right field line. No chance to prevent that runner from moving up to third, though, and he gets over there with only 1 out.
And now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Here's Starling Marte. A fastball here as they'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0.
And this is maybe not a pitch around situation, but you need to be real careful with a guy like this in 2 away.
Now about a 58-foot breaking pitch that he wisely lays off here.
And you go back to the call on that very first pitch, how important that was. Now instead of a 1-1 count, you're at 2-0 with a really dangerous hitter up there.
And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1.
And now he's made most of the hitters inside conscious. And of course, that opens up the outside corner when he has to go there.
Oh, he breaks out the hook there. Good for strike 2. 4 pitches. Fast, slow, fast, slow. EK, you thinking fastball here?
It seems to fit the pattern, but you better not get too predictable out there. Guys will catch on quick.
Looking to keep the shutout intact. Here it comes. Just out in front of that one, still 2-2. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Look out. Don't want to hit him there. It's full 3-2. EK, where are you going now on 3-2?
I still got to work a corner. Not just going to throw it right down the middle and grab a strike. Can't be a giveaway pitch.
Swing and a flare hit toward right. Piscotty is there, and he puts this one away for the 3rd out. So a great job there of working out a potential trouble. 1 left for Pittsburgh. Still down 3-0. Standing in, Stephen Piscotty. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. And some action now in the Pirates bullpen. They've got a lefty and a right-hander up to throw.
Your attention, please.
So a new pitcher to tell you about, and it's the Dominican-born right-hander Neftali Feliz who gets the call. Stephen Piscotty will try again. 0 for 3 with a strikeout thus far.
Well, he's had a rough one at the plate in this one, guys, but here's another opportunity to get something going.
And he pours this one in at the letters, 0-1.
Yeah, and I don't think I'd be in any big hurry to challenge this guy again. I'd see if I could make him go out of the zone, maybe chase a bad pitch.
Feliz sets, coming at him with the 0-1. A fastball here, and this is softly hit and fouled off to the left. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Fly ball out toward left center field. After it is McCutchen. And a dive out there in left center, but he can't come up with it.
Well, this is just a nice job of hitting at the plate. This pitch looked to be off the outer edge, but you can see him sort of dive out over the plate to go get it, and he winds up driving this ball for 2 bases.
Rendell Grichuk strides in, grounded out his last time through. Here's the first pitch to him. Hit to third. Freeze is there. And a good throw gets him 1 gone.
Well, we talk about it a lot. Ideally, this should be to the right side of the infielder. Maybe you give him a break because he's such a good hitter and he is a run producer, but I'll bet if you ask him, he'll wish he had a different approach in that at-bat.
Here's the catcher, Yadier Molina, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. The 1-0 delivery to the right side, and that's going to get through. It's a base hit. And they won't risk it at third, so they're at the corners now with only 1 away.
Oh, and it makes such a difference when that pitch is up a little bit. It's not a bad pitch, really. It's on the outside corner. But that slider, so much easier to handle when it's belt higher or higher. And he's able to just hit it hard the other way.
Johnny Peralta will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher. First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike.
Now, he might have been on the on-deck circle just saying, man, I get 1 at-bat and it's against this guy? Thanks a lot.
Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball 1. Runners are at first and third, 1 away. And there's ball 2 now to Peralta as they fall behind 2-1. Nail-biting time now in that third base dugout.
Well, things are starting to spiral here, and you've got to make sure this doesn't spin completely out of control.
All even now, 2-2. Set to deal on 2-2. Struck him out. And now they'll likely need a base hit to get that runner home from third.
I love this pitch right here. Just an elevated fastball with 2 strikes. Nothing much to it. He just says, this is just a good old country fastball, and he runs it right by.
Here's Dexter Fowler now, as he'll take a look at ball 1.
And this is a critical point right here. Things are in danger of getting away from you, so you got to suck it up.
The 1-0 delivery. Chop foul right at home plate. It's strike 1. That's on the corner to put him behind now. 1-2.
Yeah, and it's hard to look for a changeup there, especially when a guy's got a good live fastball.
Runners on first and third, 2 away. Pulled toward right center field. McCutchen is after it. But he won't have a play. This is down and into the gap. They'll cash in here as the run is in to score from third. And not in time as the second run scores.
And you know, that one might be the one that breaks the camel's back right there. A 3-run deficit was going to be tough enough, but now it's up to 5 after that. And it might be about time to wave the white flag out there.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Matt Carpenter stands in as he checks his swing here for strike 1. Well, we'll give you a look there at the graphic. He picks up double number 2 on the year. And a fastball just misses. It's 1-1. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. And he comes back with a fastball. 1-2 now. Two out here and a runner at second. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Another good inning for the Cardinals as the usual sea of red love what they're seeing. More ahead from St. Louis right after this. Number 26 will come in and pitch now.
For the Cardinals, number 26.
Gregory Polanco will be tasked now with leading things off in their half of the ninth as they'll try to do something to prevent being shut out.
And whatever they've done for the first 8 innings hasn't yielded a whole lot so far, so quite frankly, I'm not expecting too much.
Ninth inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a cold strike.
A high fastball that time in the strike zone and on the outside corner. But that is a dangerous spot to be pitching if you're only throwing in the low 90s.
0-1, here's the pitch. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike.
Yeah, and when that pitch starts off outside, it's much easier to get a better view of it and then just lay off.
1-2 now as that one's fouled off. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. And a swing and a miss. Good pitch there for the first out here in the ninth. Our coordinating producer Chris Gill tells me in my headset to tell you not to miss our post-game highlights. That'll come your way at the conclusion of matters here this afternoon right here on the show. Josh Harrison ready for another at-bat now. He's 2 for 3 so far.
Yeah, and you can bet he'd love to get himself that third hit. Those are the kind of games that puts a little extra pep in your step.
In there for strike 1.
And if he can come in here and start putting that pitch in that location, ain't nobody going to touch him.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
You like the way this guy is just going about his business here. He's got a big lead, but he's pitching like it's a tie game here in the ninth.
And they'll try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2.
You know, good hitters in this situation, when you're down in the count, they tend to try to go the other way. We'll see if he does that right here.
And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first two men he faces out of the bullpen.
I'd say he's made a pretty good impression since coming on. With 2 batters, 2 strikeouts to start the inning.
Jordy Mercer makes his way to the plate, needing to make something happen. They're down to their final out in the 9th inning.
Yeah, it's not looking too good for him anymore, but you know what? There's no clock in this sport, and that's for good reason. You've got to fight for all 27 outs.
He was fighting that swing the whole way, but he went around. It's no balls and a strike. Well, you'd credit Adam Wainwright with the victory, barring any late turnaround here. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss, and with that, the Bucs are down to perhaps their final strike of the ball game.
You talk about coming back with a shutdown inning. How about striking out the side to give your guys a little bit of a lift? He's 1 pitch away from doing just that.
1 strike from the shutout. Here it comes. Swing and a ball hit softly on the ground. Throw to first will be in time to record the final out, and the Cardinals have come back to even up this series at a game apiece as this ball game is over.
Yeah, and you know this home crowd is going to get to drive home happy as their guys come through with a very good win.
Time for one final check of the line score as you see the key players there in this shutout victory. And guys, we were treated to an excellent pitching performance in this one by the gentleman you see right here, Adam Wainwright. What a performance he turned in. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, I thought he turned in a really good performance. His fastball had some good life to it. He really mixed his speeds well, and he kept guys guessing all throughout.
So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. To find out more, head on over to theshownation.com. The Cardinals win it 5-0. So long from St. Louis.
Our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious St. Louis Cardinals. 5 runs, 12 hits, 1 error. They left 9 men on base. For the Pirates, no runs, 9 hits, no errors. They left 9 runners on base. The winning pitcher is Adam Wainwright. His record is now 4-0. The loss goes to Ivan Nova. He falls to 0-3. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 47 minutes. Our paid attendance this afternoon, 46,000. The Cardinals would like to thank you for joining us in baseball heaven and remind you to please drive home safely.